So I probably filmed about half of this video already and then realized that I wasn't filming at all. So, yay! This is how my day's going. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Excuse the mess because, like I said earlier, I already filmed half of this, so we're just here in this mess right now. But today's video, I'm going to sit down and make myself a little Halloween t-shirt. Enjoy this video, watch the struggle. Clearly there's something going on here. Okay, so basically the mess that we're at right now is that I have picked a shirt and I am going to do this black t-shirt here and make it into a little something something. I'm just deciding between colors. This is like the exact spot we were at last time I made a Cricut video, right? I couldn't decide on colors. So I've got these metallic iron-ons that I'd really like to use. There's some really cool colors, like this green is very like Halloween-y, and the purple and the red, but I just don't know how it's all going to come together at the end. I do have some black, which is useless, and some white, but I just don't know what I'm gonna do yet. I kind of do want to play around with these metallic colors. I just don't know how I'm gonna like pull this together.
3 hours later.
Maybe if I do ghouls in green, and then I do the little ghosties and the just want to have fun in the silver.
Many unbearable hours later.
You know what? We're just gonna have to go for it because you won't know unless you try. Oh my gosh, sorry friends. To go fix my makeup because my eye makeup was all over the place. Hooded eye problems, am I right? And also didn't mean to make this makeup look so spooky, but I guess it fits the theme, right? I think I've already talked about how Halloween is like not really my thing. I think I have. But anyway, the kids love it, so it should be fun. And also, how crazy is it that we are already at Halloween? Like, I feel like that school just started yesterday and we are still just like going over some basic procedures and stuff, and like Canadian Thanksgiving already happened, which is crazy because I know so many people weren't sure if we'd make it to Thanksgiving in terms of in-person teaching, but we're here and now Halloween's coming up. And I feel like it's really good to see that we are all back at school and everyone's staying safe so far. And I'm just trying to remain positive. I know some people have bets on when we are going to be back to virtual, but I try not to think like that because the kids need to be at school, they're having fun, and I just want to live in the moment of the fact that we are at school. So anyway, I usually pack up my mat and it's a disaster, so I just scrape off some old project stuff. But I think we're ready to go. I just want to throw that t-shirt there. What did I say I was gonna do? With your iron-on vinyl, shiny side goes down. And this is perfect because this is a 12 by 12 sheet. So I don't have to cut anything or do anything more than I already have. And I'm ready here to make it. Always double check the material. You don't know how many times I've made the mistake of like, I have the Explorer Air 2, so I gotta physically turn it on here. How many times I haven't checked and then it's cutting the wrong material and I have to redo it. So we only got one green, so fingers crossed. All right, she's ready to go. It's not sticky anymore. So let's hope it's good. I'm curious to know what other schools are doing for Halloween. I know everywhere is different. My board, the kids dress up for the morning, and usually we have a parade throughout the school and it's like super fun and families can come and all that stuff, but that can't happen this year. I don't know. I wonder what other people are doing. I mean, it seems kind of smart because like we have to wear a face shield and a face mask every day, so I think a lot of the staff members want to like do costumes where you are in a shield or a mask of some sort, because then at least it makes sense, but we'll see. Amazing. Now we're on to our silver. Shiny side down. Double check that the mirror is on the computer here. Yeah, and I also wonder how trick-or-treating is gonna work. I've seen some cool things online about how people are gonna do trick-or-treating and keep everyone safe, but I wonder how many families will actually send their kids out or go house to house, or who knows? Or if people are gonna have to like let their candy sit for like a couple days before touching it. I feel like that would just be torture for kids, but that's like all the fun and novelty of Halloween, right? So it's a little bit tricky. I also know that some of you are switching to in-person or hybrid teaching, and like kudos to you guys, man. I feel like to switch at this point would just be so stressful. And I mean, I think it would be exciting if I was doing virtual this entire time and then got to switch to in-person. Like it would just be so much fun to be like shopping around for things and like deciding on your classroom theme and figuring out how you're gonna stay organized and all that. But I feel like it's just like an added stress because like you're still teaching and then you have to also prepare for in-person teaching, which is different from when you've been doing this entire time. Kudos to all of you who are switching and who are going through the stresses of switching. I feel like that's a lot. And man, even the teachers who have to do like synchronous teaching or learning where they are like, they've got students in class and then students online and the camera whole situation, that is just insanity to me. I feel like that is like you're doing two jobs at once. And for those of you who do it, like you are superheroes. I work in a room now, so the music room is not a room anymore. It's, the music room is a room. But the music room isn't a room where students come to anymore. It's actually our virtual teacher room. So the teachers who are doing virtual for our students in our board, they are in a room all together. And like, I see the way that my coworkers are like getting students engaged and involved with their learning and the way they are just totally in it to win it. And I am just so impressed with them. And I try to be their hype person because I know sometimes, you know, when you're on your own and you're isolated and you're not really sure if things are going well and maybe parents aren't giving you as much feedback as you would like, you do need like a hype person. And so I try and hype them up, and as much as we like laugh and I take videos of them when they're like dancing on camera with the kids, I just think they are just such super teachers who have been like thrust into the situation and are just amazing. So I just have a lot of respect for y'all. It's hard. Okay. I think it looks cute. I think it's gonna be good. I am always like thinking ahead, like even as I'm like making all this Halloween stuff and like thinking about Halloween and the other kind of holidays coming up. Oh, I made a mistake. Oh my gosh, I cut off the bottom. Okay, it's fine, it's fine. Okay, so don't be like me. I just cut off the letters for like the just want to have fun. Luckily I didn't cut the ghosts off, but I meant to cut this up higher. That's okay, we'll line it all up. It'll be fine. Deep breaths, friends. Okay, right now I'm just doing all the picking parts. So I did the ghouls part, and you can. So this stuff is sticky. So sometimes I do like to like, you can actually line it up a little bit. Like at least this ghouls part I can stick on here. I've got to trim it a little bit so that it'll all fit, but then I could iron it all at the same time. Because this will make it a lot easier when I have to iron it on, and then I could just do it all at once and I don't have to do separate pieces. If you prefer to do separate pieces, you could totally do that, but if I can get it all done at once, I might as well. There we go, see? Looks good. So now I just gotta get these other two ghosties. What else can we talk about? Ooh, okay, well, again, I know everyone likes, this is where I think my slight distaste and unpopular opinion about not liking Halloween comes into play, because I do not like scary movies. I get way too scared and I can't sleep and I'm just not into it. Now, I have been using my brother's Netflix account, because if you follow me on Instagram, you know I deleted my Netflix account. I do not have Netflix anymore. I was watching too much and I felt like my brain was going to mush. But on Friday night is like the night that I am allowing myself to just like watch something. And so my brother has said it's okay that I can use his. And so last Friday, or this past Friday, we watched a couple episodes of The Haunting of Bly Manor. Now I know a lot of people are a fan of the Haunting series and have told me that the first season was actually a lot scarier than this one, which like, I mean, again, I don't know, I didn't watch the first season, but I generally just like avoid scary things because I'm just a chicken. I get too scared. But this one isn't bad. Like so far it's been okay. Couple things popping in and out here and there. Yeah, I mean like some parts have been a little bit spooky and the storyline is like spooky, but nothing too scary, so I can handle it. I'm trying to, at least. My boyfriend likes scary movies and I don't, and so he ends up actually going to the movie theaters, like pre-COVID, by himself because he wants to watch them. And I guess this is his way of like trying to get me into them, but I think I have a limit, and that limit does exist despite what they tell you in Mean Girls. So, oh, these ghosties are a little bit slanted. Okay, oh well, we got him. There we go. This one's overlapping the L, so I'm just gonna cut it off. Our design is ready to go. I think it's gonna look good. I hope so. Okay, let me show you how I get this on the t-shirt, because I do have a special board that I use that you can get as well. I have this board here that I purchased from Michael's, and it basically is just so that you can put t-shirts on it like correctly and evenly, and make sure you've got all your sides covered before you iron anything on. I just find this is super helpful. It might be a little bit extra, but honestly, it just helps making sure everything looks perfect, because I will be very upset if it's not perfect. So I also, as I was just getting this, I was like laughing to myself, because the last time I did a Cricut video, I also made a mistake. And I feel like I'm just like bound to make a mistake in every single Cricut video that I make. But I think that's just like part of the like Cricut life, is that sometimes you make mistakes and it's okay, because you can fix them. And you just need to have a growth mindset about it. Here I am, got my t-shirt on. Now, again, because I want it to be perfect, like I make sure I have like this table is nice and big for me to be laying and ironing this shirt on. So I kind of measure with my fingers. It really isn't the most like mathematic way of doing this, but I basically just use my fingers and I make sure that the shirt is like completely flat. And this one has been obviously like sitting in my little basket there forever, but I basically measure with my fingers. So this is like the width of my 4 fingers. This one, you can see there's a little bit extra here, so I'm just playing around with this. Usually start at the top and I see, okay, so this is like 2 finger width, so it should be the same there. This on either side should be 3, and then it should be just like 4 and a bit. So the bottom is just a little slanted there. That's better. So that's that. And then this, basically, I just try and remember, and I'll go back to my computer, Cricut here, and look for where the center is. So the center on this is between the O and the U. So I want to make sure that the center, there's a little circle here that I use for reference. The center is lined up with that circle. So here I am. Now, in terms of like how high or how low, I mean, it really just depends. Usually I'll stick this on and take a look at it before. Oh my gosh, guys, another mistake. Oh my God. I just realized, look at the G. Oh my goodness. So the G got cut off. It's so slight, but it bugs me. So, if you have a problem like this, you just use your scissors and cut it yourself. It's not gonna be the best, but at least this will be a little bit more rounded. Oh my goodness, that makes me so upset. Why won't anything go right? Okay, I'm just gonna use scissors and I'm just gonna cut it myself. Of course, now this is like hard to see, but I'm cutting, so I'm cutting both the plastic piece and the iron on here to make it more curved. Okay, do you see that? That already looks so much better. Okay, maybe you can't see it, I don't know. Okay, that's better. That's so much better. It's more round. Here too, when I see the images, I try and like just check with my fingers to make sure there's enough space. So this is okay. I think that G's okay. Sometimes what I'll do, because this is sticky, so if this is sticking nicely, I will just take the shirt and kind of put it on, or not put it on, but just take the board, lift it up and put it on and just see like where that logo hits. But usually this should be okay for me. So now it's time to pull out my Easy Press. Today I'm going to be using my Cricut Easy Press. I got this as a gift for my birthday last year, I think. You do not need to have the Cricut Easy Press to iron something on. You can totally use just an iron if you have one. I like to use this because, I mean, like, once, like, this is what it's for. But also because you can do bigger sections at a time. And so this thing heats up pretty fast and it kind of tells you how many seconds you should do it for. And so we'll just wait for this and then we'll iron it on. The one thing about this is when you do put it down, you have to like push down. You cannot just like drop this on top, leave it, and it's fine. You have to physically like push it down to make sure it really heats up and sticks every part of it. So I'm gonna have to stand to do this. So I'm putting this here, so it covers almost half of it. I'm gonna push down and press the Cricut button. Do some push-ups, get that workout in. Okay, and then I'm just gonna slide this over here. Cricut button again, push down. Okay, I'm gonna give this a bit of a break and a chance to cool down. Usually I like to wait till this cools down to peel it and check it, see if it's ready. I don't like to do when it's hot because sometimes it will actually just peel off. It won't stick. So I wait for this to cool off, but I will go do this another time on here, and then I'll also flip the shirt inside out and heat it again. That way it's just really stuck on and it shouldn't come off. So when you are peeling, you want to make sure that you are going super slow and just making sure that everything is stuck down. So far, so good. I think I'm just gonna start with the glue part because the other part, it's just hard to do at the same time. Slowly peeling it. Everything seems to be sticking fine. If you do get to a point where you feel like it's lifting, just stop, put everything back down and iron it down again. But I'm gonna go over this again anyways. Usually after I finish the design, I think I said I do the inside, but I also go over the top one more time and I put just another t-shirt on top. Just to protect the design itself from the heat. I always hold the shirt down as well as I'm peeling, just to prevent it from lifting off anymore. And I kind of just wiggle my way through. I usually follow the letters as well. Sorry, I know these are 1,000 tips coming at you at the same time, but once you do a lot of these, you'll get the hang of it. So I'm gonna go put it on and you'll see the final reveal of the shirt. Okay, it looks so good. I'm so excited to show you guys. Are you ready? I'm gonna show you two views, one in like the selfie view and then another in the mirror. But honestly, it turned out so cute. I just like rolled up the sleeves a bit, but let me show you in the mirror. Okay, like come on. It's adorable. It is like perfect. The G actually turned out fine. It looks so good. If you're wondering, the shirt that I'm wearing is a kid's large, but it looks so good. I'm so happy with it. I love it. It looks so cute. I am so happy with this shirt. I love it. It looks so good. Thank you so much for watching. Once again, it was a wild ride of so many things not working, but I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you guys have a great day and a great week, and we'll see you next time.